Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Humble Seer. So this is going to be your April of 2025 reading. And we're going to kick things off with an amazing woman. Okay, so this is either you. If you're a woman listening, this is you. If you're a man, this is a woman around you. But the card has a keyword, so it could just, it will likely resonate with both men and women. So let's get into it. Let's get that card. Okay, let's see what amazing woman wants to show up. Anne Frank, hope. The story of Anne Frank is pretty profound. So you are very hopeful. There's things that you want to see come to fruition. And you're hoping, you're hoping for the best, for something. And I get that it comes through. All right, let's pull a tarot card. We'll lay the foundation. We know that hope is important, but the tarot card will tell more of the story on the Anne Frank hope card. Page of Swords, curious and witty, chatty and gossip, communication, finding information. When I look at this card, it's another young person. And, I think of Anne Frank. And I know the story of Anne Frank. And she was curious. And she probably was witty and very chatty. She was communicated, finding information. So I feel like this is still around that hope. But it's this is your energy for the month. You're going to be very curious. You're going to be investigating things. I get that strongly, like you're uncovering things, but it's limited because Anne Frank, if you know the story, she was a young Jewish girl back during the Holocaust times. And there was a family that was keeping her in the attic. And, when the Nazis came around, Anne and her family, they had to be real quiet. The food was rationed because they couldn't have more food than they should, that family that was housing Anne Frank's family, because then that would, suspicions would be raised. So they didn't get a lot of food, but she was confined. Just think about that. She was confined to this home for quite some time until they came and, the Nazis came and they got them. They got her. She's a very strong-willed young person. Her whole family was. So I get that. That's just a little aside, but for some reason that story is important. And if you don't know about Anne Frank, it might be something that you want to research. It's a little sad, but it's also a story of someone very strong. And I feel that strength is something that you are going to need, but you're going to be limited in what you can do. Just like Anne was limited to that attic, you're going to be limited to where you can go. Not like you being able to move freely about. You can, but the point is you're going to be limited in your movements towards something that you're hopeful about. I hope that makes sense. I said a lot, and obviously I don't even remember what I said. But let's move into love. Let's get a love card and see what the cards want to tell us. Okay, let's get a love card and see what love is for you, Sag. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Okay, so that's an important love message. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything. Just like this situation, you don't need to control it because it's going to, in some ways, control you, but you're still going to be able to do what needs to be done. I go back to Anne. The Nazis didn't even know that Anne existed for quite some time because, but she couldn't move about freely. But they didn't know anything about her. They didn't know she or her family existed. I hope this is making sense, and I think it will to those that understand what I'm trying to say, because it seems like that Anne Frank story is really what you're going to be dealing with in April, Sagittarius, okay? But I don't get it as bad. And I get it as a great lesson. This is a great lesson for you. Okay, we're going to pull 4 oracle cards. Let me just do a little more shuffling. Let's pull 4 more oracle, or 4, not more, because we haven't pulled them yet. Let's pull 4 oracle cards and get to it. Even if you know the Anne Frank story, revisit it. Go back to it. She wants to tell you something. Anne Frank was that's a real story too, by the way. People sometimes don't believe it. It's real. It just goes to show the strength of a person to survive, to live, to hold. Life is so important, you know, and we have so many things surrounding us, material things, and, you know, we probably should think about Anne Frank and her family and get into that mindset. What did she have? She didn't have much, but she had her family, and she had those people in that home, that those homeowners protecting her. Okay? All right, so your first card is spiritually woke, self-awareness, and I'm going to leave it there. You can look at the other ones, or the other, you know, phrases here. But the point of this card is for you to be self-aware and to tap into that spiritual side of you, because you have it. Obviously, you're out here listening to me. Light bulb moment. You're going to have light bulb moments throughout. I get you're going to have three very important light bulb moments. And you're going to know. You're going to reflect on this reading. Okay, repo. Default on payments, financially incapable, and repossessed assets. I don't know any more about that. I'm going to leave that there. You'll know better than I will. Okay, bye, Felicia. I feel like this repo and this bye, Felicia go hand in hand. Okay, some of you may be getting a divorce and you're splitting up the assets, because I don't see repossession in the traditional meaning of the word, like somebody comes and they haul off your property, your cars, because you haven't made payments. I don't get that. I get that because you have bye, Felicia, and you have repo, I get that you're going through a messy divorce. And I get one that you should not have gotten into, and you knew that the minute you did it. You just did it for the person is what I'm getting. You didn't even do it because you wanted to marry. Now, if you're not married, it could be a long-term relationship, or it even could be a business partnership. But by and large, it is about you and someone that you, holy matrimony, someone that you married. And you got into it quickly, you bought, you know, a home together and all this, that, and the other. I mean, you're going to land on your feet, there's no question about it, but it is messy. Hope springs eternal, though. You're hopeful about your future because you're thinking, okay, now I've got to, now I'm single again and I have all this time on my hands, but I don't have the stress of Felicia. All right, let's get an oracle card for you. Okay, let's see what the oracle cards want to say. This is a very important month for you. Very, very, very important. And I get you might be hearing that, oh, your sibling or somebody is getting married and you're thinking, you know, oh God, I just got divorced. I'm kind of feeling like I'm jealous a little bit. Don't be. Okay, now we have your beautiful oracle card, Metamorphic Grace. Accept life's changes with grace, viewing each transition as an opportunity for renewal. You're going through a metamorphosis of this separation, of this, you know, separating of property and things like that. And it's tough and you don't like it. But there's a lesson to be learned from it. Let's get a health and well-being card from our Outlive deck. I love this deck, and this is going to speak to you. So I'm getting, take this advice that's getting ready to come to you, okay? Get involved in creative projects, because those creative projects are going to take your mind off of what you're dealing with. Get involved in creative projects, because those creative projects are going to move you into a hobby that you'll love. So get involved in creative projects. Love this card. Love this kitten. This kitten is knitting. He's knitting something, or she. Okay, beautiful. Now let's close this amazing reading out with a positive affirmation. Okay. I deserve to feel joy, because right now you're not feeling joy, but you deserve to feel it, because you're in your feels about everything that's happening. You don't like it. And why should you? Why should you like it? It's painful when we break apart from people that we love, whether it's loving a love partner or a business partner, whatever it is. And it's final. There isn't going to be any going back. You and this person have tried everything. Maybe it's just time for you to accept who you truly are and find that person that you actually want to be with. Could be someone from another state, another part of the country, another village, whatever. That's where your love lies. But you feel like you can't be with that person because your family would never approve of it. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it there, Sag. I hope this helped you. And until next time, as always, you take good care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.